Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Cinderella phenomenon. So, in the last episode, we got Karma's good end, a rose in full bloom, and that was lovely. I love Karma a lot. Fritz died in that route, and I am distraught. It makes me very sad. But according to the Twitter poll, the next person we're going to date is gonna be, Rod. That's his name, Rod. And I don't think anything changes in the prologue, so we're just gonna skip that. Catching everyone up for what's happening. Lucette, newly cursed, has to get 3 good deeds done. And she doesn't know how to be a good person because she got brainwashed by her mama. And emotionally and psychologically abused. So, instead of Karma, we're going to be asking Rod for advice. Let's see how that goes. Rod came to the Marchen today to discuss something with Parfait. This is just the 3rd time he has visited the tavern since I have been here. I wonder what he discusses with Parfait. Rod's eyebrows furrow as soon as he sees me enter the room. Oh, it seems like the princess has something she would like to speak with you about, Prince Rod. She probably already knows why I'm here. Thank you, Prince Rod, for telling me about this. I shall leave you with the princess for now. Rod's expression turns grim. He clearly disapproves of me, even just being in the same room as him. As soon as Parfait leaves, he shoots a glare in my direction. What do you want? All I have done is enter the room and he is already angry. I am still not used to being treated like this by him. I am here to ask you about goodness. You are asking the wrong person, Lucette. Did I make the right choice in coming to him? I do not intend to help you break your curse, no matter what Lady Parfait says. Pardon? Emmeline and my mother have tried to be kind to you many times, but you only ever respond with disrespect and cruelty. Cruelty? You think I have been cruel to them? How else would you describe your behavior? Why am I suddenly the one at fault? Their coming to the palace made my life miserable. I am the victim here, not them. The others may think you're capable of goodness, but I severely doubt it. I do not wish to work with you, so do not come to me for help. Excuse me. He turns around and begins to walk away, leaving me to stand alone in the room, even angrier than I was before. How dare he treat me like this? I grab his arm and pull him around so that he is facing me. I refuse to let him belittle me like this, especially when I'm making a conscious effort to change. What if I can help you break your curse? Will you help me then? Rod fixes me with an icy stare as he pulls away. I don't intend to break my curse. What? Rod shoots me one last glare before he leaves the Marchen, leaving me to stand there confused. If he does not intend to break his curse, then why is he even here? Mysteriouser and mysteriouser. I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. Oh, not this again. Oh no. Stop! I never thought I'd see this. The princess is actually sweeping. I'd say it's more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride. Lady Parfait, your orders have arrived. Where should I put them? At the back, please. Thank you. I glare at Garland as he begins to move. You! You are dirtying the floor. Sorry. Garland dashes across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible. This is Delora's doing, wasn't it? Isn't that obvious? This has "Witch Having Fun" written all over it. I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You are the worst. Don't be mad at the broom, Princess. It is only trying to help. It is doing nothing but making my life miserable. Lady Parfait, I must speak with you. I look up at the witch who has just entered. She is a regular at the Marchen, and according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea from here from time to time. And she has mud on her shoes! Why is she glaring at me like that? I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I have just cleaned the floor. Oh, I'm sorry. I will clean up after myself right away. Good. The princess is something else. I've never seen a witch so frightened of someone before. Yeah. The witch hurriedly cleans up the tracks she had made coming in before going to speak with Parfait. Even though Parfait says that Delora and this witch are good, I do not trust her judgment. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. I put the broom back in its resting place before double-checking my work. Now that I am done, I can continue to work on breaking my curse. Who should I ask for help from today? Rod again. I glance over at Rod as he enters the tavern. That was almost perfect timing. He told me that he does not intend to break his curse, yet here he is again. Rod must sense my eyes on him, because the minute he walks in, he turns to look at me. His expression is cold and unmoving, as cold and unmoving as always. He pointedly leaves the tavern area and enters the reception. I follow after him. I told you to find someone else. What can I do to make you stop hating me? What? You said that whatever I had done to you or your family was bad. So if I reverse that, I might get a good deed. You truly don't understand how goodness works, do you? I would not be asking if I did. Rod closes his eyes and rubs at the back of his neck. He looks thoughtful, but also irritated. I intend to break my curse as soon as possible, and I will do whatever it takes. And it seems to me that the easiest way to achieve a good deed is to fix the supposedly bad things I have already done. So, are you going to help me or not? Tell Lady Parfait I will see her another time. He leaves the room without answering my question. I ball my hands into fists. And he calls me the cruel one. A month has passed, and I have yet to complete even one good deed. Not for any lack of trying, though. I've been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and received various answers. What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless. I think it's more important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful, both on the inside and out. Right. Must I be all of those things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest and consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, thinking of all the possible ways I might be able to break my curse, but in the end, my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? Don't ask your mother for advice. She's a terrible person. A dream? Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong. Yes, Mother. You must not let false kindness deceive you. People will use niceties to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. But you can trust me, Lucette. I will never hurt you. I will never lie to you. I am all you need. I love you, Lucette. I love you too, Mother. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time. I am the only one having a difficult time here. Clearly, the one who is pained is me. Have you tried pairing up with someone? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. 2 heads are better than 1, as they say. It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Who's going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess? She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it does not escape me that I'm still disliked. Most of the boarders at the Marchen volunteered to help her, remember? And I haven't heard any of them retract their offers. It's only a matter of time. Stop it, Delora. It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is only a suggestion. Would pairing up with someone really help me break my curse? What if they end up being an annoyance instead? Princess? Excuse me, Princess? I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've just been staring at your tray and the customer is waiting for his order. Of course. Delora has me helping a niece today. The Marchen is unexpectedly busy and they cannot keep up with all the customers. Stop daydreaming, Lucette. Food doesn't deliver itself. I do not need you to tell me that. I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the Marchen. I've never seen the Marchen this busy. I roll onto my stomach and bury my face into my pillow. My arms and leg protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. Why don't you pair up with someone? Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. So, we've already done Karma's route, and the Twitter has decided we are going with Rod. Chapter 3, A Change of Pace. I will ask Rod if he will pair up with me. I know we do not have a good relationship. Rod has spared no effort in telling me how cruel I have been to his family. But I feel that rectifying whatever mistakes I made with them might be an easy way to get 3 good deeds. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. But, Lucette, didn't he tell you that he didn't want to break his curse? Yes, but that may not be the whole truth. He is still reluctant to break his curse, despite all the advice I have offered him. Perhaps you will be able to encourage him where I could not. I do not care if he does not want to break his curse. I only need him to help me remedy the supposedly bad things I have done to his family. I believe that will be the easiest way to break my curse. But the problem is that I rarely see him here. He is usually at the palace. In order for this arrangement to work, I will need to be in the palace. I, for one, think it's a terrible idea. What if... Delora's voice trails off. She averts her gaze to the floor, her expression a mixture of anxiety and solemn consideration. What if what? Is there something I should know? Both the witch and the fairy just stare at me silently. Anyone planning a coup I should know about? After a few moments, Parfait speaks. You would be far away from us, Princess. We would not be able to assist you. Witches could be lying in wait for you, knowing that you're the true crown princess of Angielle. They might seek to use you for their own purposes. What sorts of purposes? Why would the witches be after me in the first place? Many of them have been corrupted by the Tenenbaum. Darkness has invaded their hearts, making them bitter. Many of them simply want to see the Fairytale Curses continue on undisturbed. This is all just speculation, but it's better to be safe than sorry. What would you have me do then? Delora? I have an idea. I think I can get her into the palace and make sure there's someone there to look out for her. How? Just trust me. Tomorrow, the Ice Princess returns to her palace as a maid. I have a bad feeling about this. They're gonna put me in as a maid, aren't they? Yep. Here comes Maid Lucette. This cannot be happening. Don't dilly-dally. The princess will soon be awake and expecting her new maid. I closed my eyes and suppressed the urge to groan. How is it that Delora was able to turn me into Emmeline's personal maid? She thought this would be funny, did she? Well, I'll make her pay for this. I expect you not to be late again. We have very strict rules on how the palace staff should behave. I'm not exactly sure how Delora managed this. She told me she was going to cast a spell on me and that it would be over as soon as I opened my eyes. I closed my eyes and sure enough, when I opened them, I found myself here, in a maid uniform. What did she do? The maid continues to babble at me. How annoying. I pretend to listen to her as she leads me through the palace hallways. Emmeline and Rod's chambers are located here. Oh! We come to a halt when Emmeline suddenly appears from around the corner. Your Highness! The maid ducks into a neat curtsy. Emmeline's eyes meet mine. I tense as I wait for any signs of recognition from her, but she only gives me a curious look as if wondering who I am. She clearly does not recognize me. The maid suddenly reaches back and pulls at my shoulder, forcing me into a bow. You are in front of the crowned Princess of Angielle. Show some respect, girl! My apologies, Your Highness. She is new and clearly needs to be taught some manners. Excuse me? Oh, please, there's no need for that. What is she trying to achieve by pretending to be kind to a palace maid? Who is she trying to fool? Your Highness, this is your new personal maid. Emmeline glances at the maid, looking confused. Why do I need a personal maid? It is by the king's orders, Princess. Emmeline turns to look at me again. What is your name? She is talking to you, girl. I scowl at the maid before facing Emmeline. I cannot believe I have fallen so low that I am now being ordered around by a maid. Lucette. It's nice to meet you, Lucette. I hope we can get along. When I do not respond, Emmeline's face falls. I was just heading to breakfast with my family. Of course. Lucette will escort you to the dining hall. I raise my eyebrows at the maid, irritated. There's no need for concern. I can get there on my own. I breathe a sigh of relief. I am not here to babysit her. The maid leans forward and whispers something in my ear. I don't know how it is that you landed this position, but you owe the royal family your diligence and respect. If you continue to show disrespect, I will be having a word with the king. The maid pushes me forward so that I am forced to stand next to Emmeline. She will escort you to the dining hall, Your Highness. Her job requires that she follow you everywhere in case you require assistance with anything. But it's almost time for breakfast, Princess Emmeline. Emmeline frowns and looks at me. I am so sorry. What is she apologizing for? Good morning, and on that note, we will leave Maid Lucette here. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you then. Bye-bye.